Okay, imagine you had a sit down with a serial entrepreneur. What would you ask? We sat down with a serial entrepreneur and we have 5 core lessons that we learned on being a serial entrepreneur from a serial entrepreneur. Hey everybody, my name is Mpho. Welcome to Deep Dive, where we bring you the most engaging content on business, finance, and personal development. But before we get into it, make sure you go below and drop a like and comment below on some of your biggest takeaways and subscribe to our channel. And make sure to watch till the end so that you get all the core lessons that we learned from this serial entrepreneur. All right, so coming in on number 1, what we learned here was systems. Every business has to have systems. What is a system? System is something that you set in place that manages your people, manages your systems inside your business, right? So when we sat down with Mr. Gyakile, he told us about having systems in place. Any business that wants to grow, especially when you are scaling your business, you need to have systems, ways of doing things, knowing that, okay, this is how we keep our inventory, this is how we do our sales, this is how we do our marketing. All aspects of the business need to have a system so that you know how to work around things, so that even when you employ new people into your company, they know what to do and they know which direction to go. Because without systems, you really can't have a framework of how you do things. So that's lesson number 1 that we learned from Mr. Gyakile. Coming in on number 2 is working in the business versus working on the business. When you're working in the business, you're actually engaged in the day-to-day ins and outs of the business. Essentially, you're doing the operations of the business, right? And then when you're working on the business, you are overseeing the business. You are managing the business. You're managing the business tasks. So he brought this great distinction to it with the idea that when you're working on a business, it helps you see the vision. You are able to connect the vision to the rest of the team or the employees that you have in a company. And when you're working on a business, you're able to also look into the future. You can plan things out on a systematic basis and know that, okay, this is what we want to achieve as our short-term goals, our medium goals, and then our long-term goals. And working on the business allows you to be able to also help in scaling, because there's no way you can scale while you are engaged in the daily tasks or daily operations of running a business. All right, coming in on number 3, while sitting down with Mr. Gyakile, we talked about a team. He talked about 2 things in having a team. He said, first of all, the people that he looks to work with or the people that he wants to engage with are people that understand the vision. So first, we need to know where we're going and we need to understand where we're going. I think there's a major difference there. More than just knowing, we have to understand where we're going in terms of how long it'll take us and what we need to do on a daily to get to where we want to go, and then own the vision. This is something that for me was a great aha moment, because the people that you work with have to own the vision. It has to be, it's not the CEO's vision, it's not the founder's vision, it's not the director's vision, it's not the manager's vision. It's everybody involved. So that was something that I think for me, it was something great to actually sit down. And as I was thinking about it, trying to break it down for myself, I thought, this is why certain companies have, like, for lack of a better word, a cult following. They have people that are willing to die for the company, that are willing to go to, the ends of the earth to make sure that they deliver on whatever the company needs. And those are people that own the vision, who don't just understand it, but own the vision. So that was something important that we learned there. All right, coming in on number 4, this actually is for a lot of you parents that are watching this. I talked to Mr. Gyakile about who is the guy I'm meeting in Form 3. And then he said, actually, we have to go way back to somewhere like Standard 6. And he talked about where his entrepreneur journey started from. He talked about selling quality, selling all these things. They used to sell in school and they actually got in trouble, but they didn't stop. They just made sure that they worked around the rules to ensure that they continue selling. So the message I have, or the message that I got from that, was that, as parents, sometimes we see some of the things that our kids do. It may not even be business. Your kid may be interested in playing the violin. Your kid may be interested in swimming. Your kid may be interested in even speaking. Whatever it may be, that is the gifting that we should cultivate all these things from a tender age. We look at big businesses and we admire. We look at athletes that have reached the pinnacle of success and we admire that. A lot of these started from grassroots and they were cultivated. And I think this is something that we have to do, not just as parents also, but as everybody that can identify talent and identify a gifting in somebody that needs some cultivating. So this is something that I think is very important for everybody, just as a general message, that if you identify somebody that has a gifting or a talent, we have to cultivate that. All right, coming in at number 5 is hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button and make sure you comment below on your biggest takeaway and subscribe to the channel, because you've already watched up to this point. That means there's some kind of value that you're getting from this. Number 5, the lesson we learned was short-term, medium-term, and long-term businesses. Long-term businesses are the ones that you take, that you grow for a very long time, that you can even start, and for a very long time you are not profitable. And over many years, many people won't even understand why you're doing what you're doing. They'll just be questioning why you're pouring so much money into this business and it's not giving you anything. It's because you understand that this is a long-term business, something that's going to start being profitable maybe 8, 10, 12 years down the line. So he said that there's different types of business. There's business that you can get in that give you cash quickly, and you can take that cash out, invest it into another business that is maybe medium term, grow it, make sure that it grows, fire yourself out of the business so that there's people that are running it where you don't have to be engaged in the ins and out of it, going back to the point of working on the business as opposed to working in the business. And then long-term business is really the businesses that your heart is at, because you really can't pour money over years and not see any return whatsoever. If it's something that you are really passionate about, something that you love, something that you understand, and you know the value that it will create over years, because you talked about long-term businesses being, this is where you're going to grow your wealth, not become rich, but you're going to be wealthy with this business. So a lot of the times long-term businesses will have you cash broke but asset rich, because this is a long-term business, and over time this is a business that can create generational wealth for you and your loved ones. So basically, these are the 5 core lessons that we learned from having a sit down with Mr. Gyakile. Make sure you check out his work. It is inspiring, to say the least. Links will be in the description below. And if you have found value in this video, definitely drop below, give it a like, tell us what you think in the comment section, subscribe to the video, and make sure that you share this with one of your friends or family members who might be interested in this or who might find any form of value in this. The last thing also, we have a live audience that comes to watch regularly, so that if you want to be part of these conversations and have a sit down and ask these speakers questions and interact with like-minded individuals, make sure you register for the live recordings. We only take 25 people every session. But thank you so much for watching, guys. We really appreciate you. Until we meet next time, God bless.